How Bitcoin works. Bitcoin operates on a decentralized peer-to-peer network and relies on a technology called blockchain. Understanding how Bitcoin works involves grasping concepts like blockchain, mining, and cryptography. Here's a simplified overview. Bitcoin is not controlled by any central authority like a government or bank. Instead, it operates on a decentralized network of computers known as nodes. The blockchain is a distributed ledger that records all transactions ever made with Bitcoin. Transactions are grouped into blocks, and each block contains a reference to the previous block, creating a chain. When someone initiates a Bitcoin transaction, e.g., sending Bitcoin to another user, it is broadcast to the network. Miners play a crucial role in verifying and adding transactions to the blockchain. They compete to solve complex mathematical puzzles in a process known as mining. The first miner to solve the puzzle gets the right to add a new block to the blockchain. Bitcoin uses a consensus mechanism called proof of work, POW, to secure the network. POW requires miners to invest computational power to validate transactions and create new blocks. Bitcoin transactions use cryptographic keys for security. Each user has a public key, an address, and a private key. The public key is visible to others and is used to receive Bitcoin. The private key is kept secret and is used to sign transactions, proving ownership. The decentralized nature of the network and the cryptographic techniques used make Bitcoin highly secure. No single entity has control, making it resistant to censorship and fraud. Once a block is added to the blockchain, it is nearly impossible to alter the information within it. The blockchain is public, allowing anyone to view transaction history and verify the authenticity of coins. Bitcoin is stored in digital wallets, which can be software-based, hardware-based, or even paper wallets. Wallets manage the private keys required to access and spend the stored Bitcoins. Users can send Bitcoin directly to each other without the need for an intermediary. Transactions are recorded on the blockchain and can be traced. The value of Bitcoin can be highly volatile and is determined by market demand and supply. Bitcoin can be bought and sold on various cryptocurrency exchanges. Understanding Bitcoin involves grasping these key principles, emphasizing the decentralized, transparent, and secure nature of the cryptocurrency. While this overview provides a foundational understanding, the details of Bitcoin's operation can delve into more complex technicalities. Simplified explanation of how Bitcoin transactions are verified and recorded on the blockchain. When someone initiates a Bitcoin transaction, they create a digital message containing information about the sender, receiver, and the amount of Bitcoin being sent. This transaction message is broadcast to the entire network of Bitcoin nodes, computers, by the sender. Miners, who are participants in the Bitcoin network, collect and verify pending transactions. Miners compete to solve a complex mathematical puzzle known as proof of work, POW, associated with the transactions in the block. The first miner to solve the puzzle broadcasts the solution to the network. Other nodes in the network verify the solution, ensuring it's correct. Once the solution is accepted by the network, the new block is added to the existing blockchain. Each block contains a reference to the previous block, forming a chain of blocks, hence the term blockchain. The transaction is considered confirmed once it is included in a block added to the blockchain. Multiple confirmations, successive blocks, increase the security and reliability of the transaction. The decentralized nature of the network and the consensus mechanism, POW, make it extremely difficult for malicious actors to manipulate transactions. Once a block is added to the blockchain, the information within it is practically immutable. It cannot be altered or removed. The blockchain serves as a public ledger that anyone can inspect. Anyone can view the transaction history associated with a specific Bitcoin address. This process ensures a secure and transparent way of verifying and recording Bitcoin transactions on the blockchain. Decentralization and transparency aspects of Bitcoin. Decentralization in the context of Bitcoin refers to the absence of a central authority or governing body controlling the entire network. Instead, the Bitcoin network operates on a peer-to-peer, P2P basis where participants' nodes communicate and transact directly with each other. Key aspects of decentralization in Bitcoin include: Bitcoin transactions are broadcasted to the network of nodes, and each node has an equal status. No single node has ultimate control. Mining, the process by which transactions are verified and added to the blockchain, is decentralized. Miners compete to solve complex mathematical puzzles to add blocks to the chain, and no single entity has control over this process. There is no central authority governing Bitcoin. It's not controlled by a government, financial institution, or any single individual. Changes to the protocol are achieved through consensus among network participants. Bitcoin's software is open source, meaning that anyone can view, copy, and modify the code. This openness contributes to transparency and allows for community involvement in the development process. Transparency in Bitcoin refers to the openness and accessibility of information within the network. The transparency aspects include: all Bitcoin transactions are recorded on a public ledger called the blockchain. This ledger is distributed and accessible to anyone on the network. Each transaction, from its creation to confirmation, can be traced on the blockchain. This transparency ensures that the entire transaction history of a specific Bitcoin address is visible. While transactions are transparent, the identity of individuals involved in transactions is not directly tied to their Bitcoin addresses. Bitcoin addresses are cryptographic, providing a level of privacy. The total supply of Bitcoins is capped at 21 million. The issuance and circulation of new Bitcoins are transparent and can be verified by anyone through the blockchain. The open-source nature of Bitcoin's code allows anyone to review and contribute to its development. This openness contributes to the trustworthiness of the system. Both decentralization and transparency are foundational principles that contribute to the security, trust, and integrity of the Bitcoin network. They play a crucial role in fostering a system where users can transact without the need for a trusted intermediary and have confidence in the integrity of the currency.